Hello, it's Big Chads, and this is the Trading Encyclopedia Daily Education series on my YouTube, Chads Trading. You can find me on Twitter at Big Chads and Bitcoin Live, where I'm a founding analyst. For today's lesson, we're going to talk about a bullish engulfing pattern. Here's a very quick write-up. You can pause and read that, but essentially it is a candle body where the entire candle body eclipses the body of the prior candle. Now, this can be easily confused with a outside bar. An outside bar is where the candle wick completely encloses the prior candle's range from wick to wick. That's a classical charting term. But bullish engulfing is a Japanese candlestick term where it essentially shows that the trend is being reversed, okay? But what do we need to know? Well, you need to have a trend to reverse. So this works best in a situation where you have a move down with a series of maybe small and medium bodies, and then you have a big green body eclipsing the prior range's candle. So for this example, let's show it this way. Here's the body. Here's an upper wick. Here's the candle body. Here's a little bit of an upper wick, and there's a lower wick here. So in this case, it's not an outside bar, but it is a bullish engulfing because this candle body eclipses the prior candle's body, but the wicks do not. So it's not an outside bar. It's just a bullish engulfing. Here's a really good example of a bullish engulfing candle on the QQQs back in October of 2022. Red candles moving down, big old green candle engulfing the prior candle's body. So a couple things that are important. First of all, the relationship of the body of the engulfing candle to the prior candle is meaningful. So, for example, let's say you've got a really big body here, and then that's also engulfed by a slightly larger body. It's technically bullish engulfing, but it doesn't mean as much as if the body before was a smaller body. So a small body engulfed by a much larger body. So you want to look at the ratio of the engulfing body to the body that's being engulfed. Secondly, volume plays a big role. If you have big volume on the engulfing candle and small volume in the prior candle, that shows the trend has been challenged and is likely reversing. However, if you had big volume on the prior candle and only a little bit of volume in the engulfing candle, it makes it a much weaker signal. So you want to have a trending market for the signal to matter. Price move down into the bullish engulfing. You want to have at least 1.5 times the candle body size and volume. We have them both here in this example, making it a very good example of a bullish engulfing. Now, sideways, bullish engulfing in sideways doesn't mean anything because there's no trend to reverse. Same thing with bearish engulfing in a trending market is a bearish signal. Bearish engulfing in sideways doesn't mean anything. So you want to have a trending market to reverse. You want to have a larger body, a much larger body compared to the prior body, and you want to have more volume on the engulfing candle. Again, not to be confused with an outside bar. Here, the candle wicks are not eclipsed by the engulfing candle, but the candle body is eclipsed. So, again, this is a bullish engulfing pattern. Well, the candle body eclipses the prior candle, and this is part of the Trading Encyclopedia Daily Education series on my YouTube at Chads Trading. Find me on Twitter at Big Chads and Bitcoin Live, where I'm a founding analyst. Thank you, folks, and I'll talk to you soon.